Hey, what is up guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So here we are. I'm taking a break from the cooler news, and I just wanted to record like just a kind of a low-key, casual video for you guys. Now, we have been over a lot of these units in the past, so I do apologize. This is, of course, the Movie Heroes team against the legendary Goku event. Now, I've been sitting on this video for actually, quite a few days now, and obviously it's just, time to get her done, huh? But here's the thing. A lot of these units are just like retreaded units. Unfortunately, there's just, the units who are designed for this event are designed for this event. So, for instance, the new awakenings of the blue Vegeta and the blue Goku, they're just that. They're the new awakenings, and they're designed for this event. Now, I do kind of still want to briefly go over them. So, let's kind of start with the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and we'll kind of just move from there. So, Super Saiyan Blue, he's going to have damn near the exact same passive as the Tech Vegeta Blue. So, we can kind of just go over them at the same time. So the Fizz Super Saiyan Blue. So number one, I think one of the underrated parts about his card is he's a sub-lead for the Bond of Master and Disciple team. So if you ever wanted to, let's say, use a future Gohan friend, then there you go. You can run this dude who you've probably had sitting in your box for ages, not doing anything, probably with dupes in him. Hopefully you didn't use him as super attack fodder like I did, and you can actually get some good use out of him. So he's got a good sub leader skill, and he also, so on his super attack he is stacking attack and defense. So always very nice in long events. So Infinite Dragon Ball History, Legendary Goku, etc., right? So we've all heard the story. I've been preaching it for months now. Like, these are the units you use in this event when you have the option to. So he is an orb changer, so he's going to change just a random type of key sphere to physical type orbs, of course, and then of course the Tech Vegeta would change a random type to Tech. So another sort of underrated part about their card is they make a damn strong rotation. They actually share a very unique attack link. It's unique to them and like a couple Golden Frieza units from the Resurrection F movie, and I believe it's called Super God Combat, and it's a 15% attack link, so it is not insignificant. It is quite significant. So they're going to share that link, and they can definitely make a formidable tandem. What I decided to do here, as you can see, is I just decided to keep both Blue Gogetas on rotation, because anytime Blue Gogeta's on rotation, you're going to be doing just fine, because he's damn good. But moving sort of back to the Goku, so, and the Vegeta, like I said, I guess they're both kind of, we can go over them together. But they provide, they're going to get 30% attack and defense per Fizz and Tech type key sphere. So obviously Fizz for Goku, Tech for Vegeta. And then for every Tech key sphere not of their type, they're going to get 20% attack and defense. So not a small amount by any means. And as you can see, guys, if you get them a complete just cluster of their own type key spheres, and look at that, 1.9 million. We're on SS2 Goku, I think, right? Yeah, SS2 we're on, and he's at those types of numbers. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, he's almost doing as much as high of an attack stat as Blue Gogeta, which is not terrible. So, and other than that, guys, and again, another sort of under the radar part about their card is particularly later in events, they're going to do very well as healers. So their defense is going to be so high. And because they're orb changers, they're going to be able to collect a big amount of key spheres. And their defense is high. So that equals high amounts of healing, right? In case you were unfamiliar with how that worked. So it really becomes sort of a viable method of healing, in later parts of the event especially. So there he is, 1.57. So then that was a very modest amount of key spheres too. So not too shabby. Again, dust these guys off if you have not used them. Again, I believe I used them in the Realm of Gods run. But, they were very, very good options. So I am doing my best to try to make a little bit of diversity here, but this one I knew would have a little bit of carryover. So, as they say, is what it is, right? I did try to get a couple new units on here. So, one new unit that I actually have not showcased yet, and I think that this is a decent showcase of his skills, is this Fizz Super Saiyan Goku, the one from the Cooler movie, who just got his EZA. So number one, he is an all types leader, which is always nice, right? So like if you are, so for instance, I often run an all types leader against the Great Saiyaman in Dokkan Battlefield, just because, so I can run a ton of stunners and sealers on my team. So, you don't have to have one particular leader skill. So he would be very, very good in that sort of role. And then also, so kind of moving on to like his super attack. So he's going to cause supreme damage, which is not a big deal. He actually does have kind of a low 12 key multiplier. I think it's like 130 or 135 or something. But it doesn't matter. And the reason is, so number one, he has a great chance to stun the enemy. So again, that is a 70% chance to stun. So that is no small ability. So with the 70% chance to stun, very few units in the game can do that, especially with like, high range attack stats. So like, Int Mai, like she can do it, but like there's very few units in the game that do that, and especially one who can hit so hard. And the reason why he hits so hard is, let's kind of move on to his passive here. So he gets, right off the rip, he gets Key 2, attack and defense 80%, which is pretty good. He's got decent EZA stats. That was not a good showcase of his defense, but we are on Tech God Goku after all. But anyway, so he gets that Key 2 attack and defense 80%, and then he gets a high chance to crit. So straight up a 50% chance to crit when his HP is 50% or above. And so that's very good in general, right? So, but when he falls below 50%, so 49% or below, it then changes to Key 3, attack and defense 100%, and a great chance to stun. So at his very worst, he's going to be Key 2, attack and defense 80%, great chance to stun, and a high chance to crit. And then at his very, very best, he's going to be attack and defense 100%, Key 3, and a great chance, or 70% chance, to crit and stun. So why is this a good showcase of his abilities? Well, with that great chance to crit, or I mean even the high chance to crit, he's going to be able to do damage against even STR UI Goku, and that's why I decided to bring him along. And then again, to try to show you that as long as you have some units that stack, you can bring just some overall solid units to kind of supplement them, right? So to kind of just do extra damage or to provide support or whatever their role is, you know what I mean? So, bringing him along is not going to be a terrible idea for you, even in the Legendary Goku. Now, an even better showcase of his ability is probably Super Battle Road. So maybe I'll go ahead and just do that. I think that would probably be a good idea to do, that great chance to stun, or the high chance. I'm sorry, the great chance to stun and the high / great chance to crit, it cannot be overlooked at all. So that guy is very, very nice, but we can kind of move on to the rest of the team here. So AGL Gogeta, I've been over time and time again. I don't see any sense in kind of, going over him anymore, I guess. But very quickly, so number one, as far as I know, there might be a free-to-play one I'm not thinking of, but I believe he's the only leader of the Movie Heroes category, which obviously, hosts like a bunch of really, really good units, particularly after the 5-year anniversary, will then have Blue Gogeta on it, like the LR Blue Gogeta. So a very, very nice category indeed. And not to mention, you know, a slew of other powerful characters. I mean, you can see, you know, LR Gohan and Goten, the original LR Gogeta. Just a really, really nice team. And then, of course, he himself is one of the best units on the category. So when he turns blue, 50% chance to crit, 50% chance to dodge. It doesn't get much better. The only time you're really going to need to protect him is a little bit during Tech God Goku, and then for sure during Int UI Goku. You know, he can't utilize his dodging, but he does have 130% attack and defense, so he's no schlub defensively. I mean, you know, particularly for something like Super Battle Road, his defense is going to be, you know, pretty good. I mean, he sits right at about, depending on who's on rotation with him, he's usually sitting between, you know, 80 and 100k-ish. So, you know, he's very good, guys. I mean, I mean, he just did 1.62. I said 50% chance to crit earlier. I meant guaranteed crit. I had in my brain the Fizz Goku we just talked about, but a 100% chance to crit, and that is what makes him so damn dominant for this event. So, but anyway, I've talked enough about Blue Gogeta. I rave about him in every single video I do. So let's kind of move on to the rest of the team. So the original LR Fusion, LR Gogeta, or LR Super Saiyan Vegeta and Goku. So, you know, obviously before they fuse, they're actually quite a basic unit. So number one, they're the fusion category leader. You know, so again, it actually is lacking a little bit, but again, after the anniversary, it gets a little better. You'd think that it's really, really good, but it actually is just very, very top heavy. So the really, really good units on the category that's just it. I mean, and you'll see I actually have a fusion run in the books. So I'm working on the video for that right now. Well, not as we speak. I'm working on this one, but it's in there. It's getting ready. So anyway, they lead a good category, and their passive is pretty simple. Attack and defense 120%, key +2 in addition for every rainbow key sphere obtained. So they're going to hit their 18 key super very, very easily. And then of course they will fuse to Gogeta when conditions are met. So conditions, it's got to be 6 turns from the start of battle, 50% HP or below. So when they turn to Gogeta, oh boy, they are one of the very best units for this event, particularly because of this very last phase. They have type advantage. And I mean, not to mention, even against someone like STR UI Goku, they're still going to be able to do damage because they get super effective against all types. So the same thing with every other Gogeta unit in the game. What an asshole for dodging that, by the way. That was a big 4 million attack stat there. But anyway, so Gogeta, super effective against all types, and I believe he's massively, it's either greatly or massively lowering defense. And then he gets an astounding 150% attack and defense. So the one thing I would say is this is one of those units that really, really performs better when you have at least one dupe in him. Mine actually is 0 dupes, but you can see he still performed well. It's just, you know, it really does help when he is able to crit, even though I know he gets the super effective against all types. It's not the same multiplier. So super effective is, oh god, right off the top of my head, one is 1.5 and one is like 1.7. So I believe crit is like 1.7 or 1.8, and then super effective is 1.5 times the damage, of course. So, you know, so anyway, LR Gogeta, not to mention he gets key +3 in addition for every rainbow key sphere obtained. So again, getting that 18 key super is going to be a piece of cake, especially if you bring someone like, oh, I don't know, STR Goten or something like that. So the family Kamehameha, he changes, I think, Fizz types to rainbow, but it doesn't matter because you're getting more key for every rainbow key sphere. So, I mean, that would be desirable to you, right? And actually, STR Goten links up incredibly well with the next unit on our team. Talk about a smooth transition. Jeez. Let's go ahead and talk real quick about LR Gohan and Goten. So this is arguably the best LR on the global side of the game right now. I know there's LR Kale and Caulifla, and this is by far LR Kale and Caulifla's best event, so it's impossible for them to not look good because they're up against a Universal Survival Saga and Pure Saiyan, you know, essentially, not the whole entire run. I don't think they all count as Universal Survival Saga, but they just look so damn good against this event. But LR Gohan and Goten, they lead the siblings bond team and Goku's family team. And that team, just in general, is just so incredibly good. The fact that they are a Goku's family leader, in addition to siblings bond, is crazy. When that came out, when that first dropped, I don't think it was quite understood, like, why did they do this? You know, the team is just so utterly broken. It really is. It's the best leader, and they are the best leader in the game, in my opinion. I don't think that's a hot take, even to this day. I really do believe that. Now, what makes them so incredibly powerful? Well, number one, on their 18 key super, they're going to greatly raise attack. So that means when they activate part of their potential system, and they get that, they're going to get a guaranteed additional attack, which has a medium chance to become a super attack. So just for instance, you saw them earlier without their best attack link active. You saw them hit a 4 million attack stat, followed by like a 2.6 million attack stat. And again, this is another one of those units that really, really performs better with a dupe in them. You know, them being able to have additionals is really, really clutch, because then you can get the vaunted triple super attack from them. So that is a very, very nice part of their card, you know, particularly when they triple super. So why is that important? So on their passive, so they get attack and defense 59%, and then they stack attack, defense, and key through their passive. So they're going to get 10% attack and defense for every attack performed. So not just supers, just every attack. And that's going to be up to 100% attack and defense additional, and then key 5. So realistically, on their own team, when they get fully built up, they're going to be well over, I believe the math works out to attack and defense 216%. So for an LR, I mean, you guys got to realize how insane that is, right? And if you get all of their attack links active, so Blazing Battle is the big one. That's why they link up so well with the STR Goten. And actually, STR Goten shares their one attack link, which is Golden Warrior. So, but anyway, guys, they are very, very, very good for sure. But it's really helpful when they can triple super. They can just really, really dish out the damage. So I actually have 0 dupes in my LR Gohan and Goten on this, not my first account. In my original account, I had 1 dupe in them, and they do perform a lot better. They're good 0 dupes, but they just perform that much better when they do have dupes. But they might be my #1 unit to use with red coins. I haven't really decided exactly who I want. I do have quite a bit saved up. I have about 600 saved up. So probably what I will end up doing is picking up one LR, one copy of an LR of Goku or Vegeta. And that depends, like, I don't know if I'm going to summon. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But LR Gohan and Goten probably are my #1 to pick up with coins. And then I think, well, you know, I'd really like to rainbow STR Kaioken, the blue Kaioken Goku, because he's like my favorite unit in the game. I'd really like to rainbow him, so maybe I save up my coins for when he comes back. I'm very undecided, but those LRs are just so damn strong. You know, it's hard for me to pass up an opportunity to put a dupe in them, you know, because I don't plan on summoning like crazy on the Majin Vegeta and SS2 Angel Goku banners, which obviously have the SS4s on them. So it might behoove me to pick up a copy. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do exactly yet. Maybe I get lucky, and with the limited summons I do, maybe I'll be able to, you know, snag one with a summon. So that would be obviously ideal in a perfect world. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below who you're going to get with your red coins, because it's a really, really great part of the game. I'm really happy they implemented that. And I would be curious to know where's your guys' head at? I mean, I feel like the general consensus is you pick up LRs with them, unless of course there's a unit you don't have or a unit you really, really love. Again, just like I'll never, you know, put a gun to your head and tell you how to, you know, spend your stones, I'd never tell you how to spend your coins either. If there's a unit you really, really like, well, shit, pick them up, man. You know, I picked up, why I'm actually kind of lower on coins than I'd like to be is I never got Kid Goku from the Trunks banner. I literally did I think I did somewhere between 800 and 1,000 stones, and didn't pick up one Kid Goku, so I picked him up with coins. So anyway, guys, movie heroes in the books. As you can see, we did it pretty effortlessly. If you have anything close to this, you're going to do just fine. But slap a like if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you're new. And I'll catch all of you in the next one. Later.